Hello friends, today we are here to explore another concept of bonds and debt mutual funds, which is called duration. So what is duration? If we look at the construct of a bond and its cash flows, a bond will have, a typical bond will have, interest payments at these tenors or time periods, and at the end it will have an interest payment and maturity coming together. This is how a typical bond works. So let's say this is cash flow 1, then this is cash flow 2, and so on and so forth. And this is at time period 1 or 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, and 5 years. So let's look at a bond which has a maturity of 5 years, and every year it has got interest payments. Now, what is the concept of duration? Suppose we were to time weight these cash flows and arrive at a single point of time where if you averaged out the time and the weightage of the cash flows, you can represent the same bond as starting from here and having this tenor of total cash flows. So this is that tenor. So let's say this comes to 2 point for a 5-year bond. This comes to, let's say, for 3 years. So effectively, we are representing the same bond in this example by this number called 3 or 2.5 or 2.7, which is nothing but the time weighted cash flows of this first bond. So this is the concept of duration. Now, why is this important? This is important for several reasons. In a portfolio, you will have several bonds. In a debt mutual fund portfolio, you have several bonds. Now, how does one decide which bond is good, bad, or is more risky, less risky? The first measure of risk between bonds is duration. Then, of course, the credit quality. That is also a second measure of risk. So here, while focusing on duration, this is the first measure of risk of a bond. And two bonds, if they have different durations, connote different risk profile of these two bonds. Now, where does duration come into effect? The first thing that comes into effect when you look at duration is the sensitivity of the bond to changes in interest rates or yields. Market convention in India uses a specific measure of duration called the Macaulay duration. But in essence, the idea is the same. So let's say the interest rates or the yield of a bond moves, or the yield in the market for a 3-year or a 4-year security moves by 10 basis points. Now, which bond is more sensitive to this movement in effect? So if yield moves up by 10 basis point for all bonds, which bond's price falls more? As we know, yield and price are inversely related. So if yield moves up, prices will fall. But which bond's price falls more is given by duration. The higher the duration, the higher the sensitivity to interest rates, both on the downside and on the upside. And this is the basis on which you compare two bonds in a portfolio. Or when you're looking to choose between 2 or 3 bonds, you will look at the sensitivity or duration to see which has higher risk. Now, why is duration important and what affects duration? there are broadly three measures which affects duration. The first, we have already seen, what is the tenor of cash flows. The larger, the more farther out the tenor of cash flows, the higher the duration. The second is, what is the coupon of that bond. Now, higher the coupon, higher the duration, because the more the cash flows are weighted outwards. Then the third measure or third parameter which affects duration is what is called convexity and amortization method. The method for convexity, which method of convexity or amortization is used, that becomes important. So the biggest impact happens on or due to tenor. The next biggest impact or parameter of impacting duration is coupon of the bond, and the third is convexity and amortization. So let me first start with convexity. So if we look at the entire time period of a bond, unlike what we assume, the relationship between time and price is not, as is popularly assumed, is not a straight line. It is actually this shape, this curvilinear shape, which is also called convex or convexity. So the curve bends inwards, this is called convexity. When a curve bends outwards, it's called concavity. So because of this convexity, this is the actual price and time period. So here you have time, and here on the y-axis you have price. So as the bond goes towards maturity, the price changes and the relationship is convex. It is not a straight line. However, to make it simpler and for everybody to be on the same page, market convention uses one method which is called amortization. So in amortization, you have two methods again. One is straight line amortization, which is the assumption, as I have said earlier. If this is a straight line, this is what the amortization schedule assumes, that this is a straight line. But in actual reality, the relationship is convex. And hence, that also impacts, though at a third level, the duration. So one method of amortization is called straight line method, wherein the price or the amount that you accrue every day remains constant. The other method is constant yield amortization, wherein the yield is kept constant, but the amount of interest that you accrue every day keeps on changing. Now, most of the industry around the world, including the debt mutual fund industry in India, uses the straight line method. Certain geographies, for example, Europe, and certain sectors, for example, insurance companies, tend to use the constant yield method because they are more or less held to maturity kind of investors. So depending on the method, the duration impact changes. So let me encapsulate. The industry uses the Macaulay duration as the standard measure of duration. in debt mutual funds. And the higher the duration, the higher the risk or the higher the impact that a change in yield or interest rate has on that bond. As we know, yield and price are inversely related. If yield moves up by 10 basis points, a higher duration paper or a higher duration mutual fund portfolio will fall in price more than a lower duration portfolio. Duration is impacted, number one, by tenor, the tenor and maturity of cash flows. Number two, or on a second or a lesser degree, by coupon. The high, you can have higher coupons or lower coupons. And at a even smaller level or at a third level, it is impacted by convexity and amortization. So that is the concept we have shared in this video. Please refer to our notes and earlier videos to have a link and to have a wholesome understanding of the debt mutual funds, its construction, performance, and risk. Thank you.